I'm going to go, this is definitely not normal, but is it something where you absolutely can't do it? I'm talking about dating your doctor. Now, this person sent an email. They want to know, what do you do when your doctor hits on you?
I know girls that this has happened to, and I know a girl that actually started dating him and then married him.
Okay.
And she was already married to somebody else when he caught her eye.
It wasn't Organosaurus, was it?
No.
How's that marriage going?
It's pretty fresh and new, so I think it's still going okay. But
Okay.
in the long term, started as a patient,
Yeah.
ended up as a wife. Sometimes, ladies, you lose him how you got him.
It's true. It says here, during a routine checkup last week, my doctor asked if I wanted to grab drinks sometime. I laughed at first thinking he was joking, but then he texted me later that night saying that he'd been thinking about me for quite a while. And it wasn't something that he just did on the spur of the moment. Now, he's attractive and he's about my age and we're both single, but I've been going to him for years now, and he knows my health history and my dating history, and he knows a lot about me, and I'm flattered, but I'm also kind of creeped out a bit because it just feels like a line you don't cross.
It is inappropriate.
Well, and you just said it right there. I'm kind of creeped out a bit. That alone right there.
Because it starts to make you think, like, if he'll cross it with me, is this just what he does?
Well, usually when you're you want to get involved with somebody, he kind of creeps me out a bit. Shouldn't be kind of at the top of the list.
Well, I think the right thing to do is say, I have to not see you anymore as a patient because I would like to take you out to dinner as a date.
And this is not the first time this has happened, because that's what you would think. You go, how many times has he used this spiel to get other ladies? Because that's what he's doing.
And then in 2 or 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, when he gets tired of me, is he just going to do it again with a new hot piece of tail?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
It doesn't say anything about infidelity. I mean, this is a guy that's single and he's allowed to do it. I think it's more of an ethical question of, is that something that you have to do as you take on the profession? You get your medical license that they say, hey, there's just a line you don't cross. You don't date patients.
I think it's absolutely an ethical issue. I think you're not allowed to do that. If you were allowed to do that, other creepy doctors would be doing that to other people, and that would become a major problem. There's probably practices to protect that from happening. You can't. I mean, it's the same thing if a cop got your information in a weird, illegal way and started calling you on a personal level. You can't do that stuff. It's against the code.
Yeah, you're breaking the rules.
She's asked 3 different options. She is throwing out there dating him because he's attractive and he's single. And she would, under other circumstances, have no problem and would immediately go out with him. But the fact that he's been her doctor for years is making her rethink that invitation. Now, she could report him. She even threw that out. She's like, is this something ethically I should be doing?
I don't know if I'm getting that involved.
Well, I mean,
trying to ruin the man's career.
Well, on one end, she's into it, but then on the other end, she's creeped out and wants to report him. So which one is it?
You can't be both of those because those are so polar opposite.
You're playing double dutch over here.
Girl, stop.
I think she's just going through all the options that you would have if your doctor of several years had just propositioned you for a date. Or switching doctors. Now, there might be multiple things you choose out of this, where if you do want to date them, you might switch doctors, but then you do date them. And it looks like that actually might be the most popular thing because half of the people are saying switch doctors. So that's something. And then at that point, you got to decide, okay, what do you want to do? Do you want to date them or report them? So you could go one or two different ways. But the one thing you need to do is you got to switch doctors. 33% said date them. Only 16 said report them.
That's a healthy way to start a relationship. Should I date him or should I report him? Report him or date him?
I mean, this is so not report him level.
It's not?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would agree because only, a minimal percentage of people think you should.
I mean, I'd be flattered if this man is taking a risk of throwing his career away because he thinks I'm that hot.
But he's 85.
Look at it as a compliment. Don't report this man and get him in trouble with his medical license.
But just know if you do go for this, don't be shocked if he's done this trick before and
Absolutely.
continues to do this trick.
On the reg. He might do this, and this might be a little sleuthing for you. You can get information about him from the nurses and the support staff in the office.
When you go to the doctor, you're supposed to keep it medical and professional. That's just the way it is.
Well, obviously they're not.
No.
Have you ever heard stories about doctors that would date more than one patient and that was their kind of thing? They would be one after the other?
I've absolutely heard of doctors that will hit on more than one patient and they're married.
Yeah, just because you're a doctor doesn't mean you're a great person.
I could see being flirting, hitting on them. My question is going to that level where you actually go out on a date and consider a relationship with more than one patient.
I think it happens.
And I'm just wondering if then the people in your own office are not looking at that and saying, this is highly unethical and should we report him?
They also know who butters their bread. And they're probably not going to say nothing because they certainly don't want to lose a paycheck.
Okay. Well, it looks like to answer the question, you definitely switch doctors and then you date him. So it looks like where everybody's going with this.
Don't think that this is your forever man. If this is what he does, he's probably going to get tired of you and do it again with a new patient in a few years.
And
so
that may be the one thing where you say, if look, he's been a great doctor and I don't want to lose that. I want him as my doctor more than I want to date him. Then maybe you just be like, thank you, but no thanks. And then that's the question. Could you stay with a guy that you know would want to take you on a date, Virginia? Or do you immediately have to change?
This changes everything.
So he's changed the dynamic of this relationship.
He's changed the whole dynamic of everything.